Cafe. Great coffee, simple.
Next guest is a gospel star. She has a brand new album out that is bound to make you feel blessed and ready to praise. Her name is Pulane Maphari, and we are so happy to welcome you, Pulane. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you for
Let's
having
talk
me.
about it. What a pleasure. Sacrificial Worship. Tell us a little bit more about the significance of that title, because it carries quite a bit of weight.
Yeah. Sacrificial worship is just basically what I feel the Lord gave me during my quiet time with Him. And it's because this was such a sacrifice for us. When I say us, I mean me and my husband and our family. For us to take this bold step, it was really an offering to the Lord, and hence the title Sacrificial Worship. The worship was a sacrifice unto the Lord to say, Lord, this is what we have, and we're putting it before your feet, and it's all yours.
So can you go into some insight into what the sacrifice was? Tell us some of that testimony.
I'm a new artist. I'm fairly new in the music industry. I've only been here for like a year, a year and 2 months.
Yeah.
I recorded an album called The Restorative Breath of Life, which was last year.
Yes.
And that was a studio recording. So for me, in less than a year, to come back again and do a live recording of that studio album was a sacrifice, because there are costs involved, there are things involved, and we were basically just going with the leading of the Lord. And the Lord was saying, listen, I want you guys to do a live recording.
Yeah.
So in the music industry, that would not make sense, because I mean, a studio project that is less than a year old, and already you were doing a live recording of that. So for us, that was the sacrifice financially, even emotionally, and in everything that we put into it, to say, Lord, this is a sacrifice.
Wow. You know, I often feel with gospel artists, with artists who bring a message from God, that there is some sort of calling. It's not just, it is a little bit of something that connects you, and that's why you bring it to the fore. So tell me your journey about how that clicked to you, that this is something you'd like to pursue.
I actually studied chemical engineering.
How about you?
And I was working in an engineering field, even though I was not working as an engineer, but I was more on the chemistry side of things. I worked in another industry for like a whole 11 years. And during that time, you know, when you have a relationship with the Lord, you communicate with the Lord, and the Lord communicates with you as well. And He tells you the plans that He has for you and what He has in store for you. So I knew that there was gonna come a time when I'm gonna have to go into the gospel industry, which is a totally different industry. And so the only thing I didn't know was the timing. So I was basically just waiting for that timing from the Lord. But throughout the years, He's been preparing me so much to say that, yes, I understand much how that you're in the engineering field, but I want you in the gospel industry, because that's what you are called for.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so special.
Yeah, quite amazing.
I mean, there are probably lots of things that you were being prepared with, skills, people skills, acumen, whatever it is, during your time in engineering. I mean, what did you take away from that you're using as a musician?
People skills.
Right.
Most definitely. I was working in a leadership position. So obviously, when you're a leader, there are certain things that are expected of you.
Yes.
There are certain attributes that you should have. You should learn how to deal with people, how to work with people, how to handle pressure, how to handle difficult times, and how to make sure that production, at the end of the day, you still, you know, make it for production, whether or not you had challenges, whether or not you faced some things along the way. So that was one of the biggest things that I learned when I was there. And to see how I'm applying the knowledge that the Lord gave me at that time, how I'm applying it now, it's so amazing. It's like, Lord, I can't believe this. But obviously I was complaining at that time, because I was like, oh my goodness, this
what
is
am
so
I doing
hard.
here? I want to be on stage.
This is so hectic, you know. But looking at what I'm doing now and the background work, because remember, it's not just only being on the stage. There's also things behind the scenes and there's things behind the stage, and you need certain attributes to be able to handle everything that comes with your calling. So I'm so grateful for that experience because it really helped me to handle the backstage part of it.
Absolutely. You're running an entity, basically. And yes, you are the product, but you are behind how the entity works.
Most definitely.
And you're so cool.
Thank you so much.
I was talking to Pulane that I want these sneakers. And I say that to ask, there is a view that being a gospel artist, you can't be young, you can't be vibrant, you can't be cool, right? Where does that view come from? And can you dispel that for us?
I think this has come from ideas. People have their own ideas, and sometimes they push that on people and make it as if it's something that the Lord has said that it's what we should follow, or they make it to be an expectation of the Lord. And I feel that that is so unfair because the Lord has specifically called me to come into the gospel space just as I am. Yes. I'm not a heel type of girl. There's just so many things that are different about me. And it's one of the things that the Lord has highlighted about me to say, I want you to go in there as you are, you know, because I created you to like certain things, to be in a certain way. We were never meant to be the same. Right. We were never meant to like the same things. And it's that individualism and those special traits that make you, you know? There are certain things that make only you, Pabi, and there's no other Pabi. And even if a person can try and, you know, imitate you or do certain things, but there's something that you bring that nobody else can bring. And I, as an individual, I bring those specific traits, and the Lord has created me that way. The issue here that the Lord is more concerned about is the issue of the heart. The main thing is my heart posture towards the Lord. And when my heart posture towards the Lord, it is one that is just in humility towards him and just saying, Lord, take over, here I am. And then the Lord is completely pleased with me, and that's more than enough.
When your heart posture is in
your heart
sacrificial worship.
Thank you,
that's
I love that. I love that.
So we've gone through quite a challenging few years now. Almost 2 years of what's been happening all across the world. How do you think your album will help uplift people?
My album is basically my experience with the Lord penned down. So it is not what I think people want to hear, and it's not what I think is what is out there at the moment. But my album is a representative of a young woman who's having real challenges and who's living her life and putting it before the Lord. So I feel that people are going to be able to identify with it because it's more from a realistic front. And the most important thing as well is that I would love this album to bring you closer to the Lord. So this album is relationship based, so it's more about a relationship with the Lord. It's more about the person of Christ himself. It's Christ-centered. And so basically what I'm expecting is that for the album to bring you closer to the Lord, and that whatever anxieties and fears and pain that you've experienced through this trying time, that as you draw closer to the Lord, that he's going to start touching those areas and start healing each and every single person who's going to be receiving this music.
You really are anointed, because even in how you speak, I can feel it. And I'm looking around the room at all of, you know, the camera people and all of the people who are working on this show, that we really, really are touched by what you have to say.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to follow you, and we're going to stream, we're going to download, and we're going to buy. So tell us where we do all of that. First, let's start with social media.
Social media on Facebook. Please go to my Facebook page. It's called Pulane Maphari Live. Also on Instagram at Pulane Maphari, and for those who want to contact me on the more personal side, it's at Pulane Maphari on Facebook.
Okay, fantastic. And where can we stream the music? Everywhere?
My music is available everywhere.
Beautiful.
All the digital platforms. YouTube as well. I have a YouTube channel called Pulane Maphari Music.
Oh, nice.
So there's some content there, some music videos. I would really appreciate it if people could just go out there and subscribe and, you know, comment and love the videos and just, you know, interact.
Well, listen, we hope to see you after another year and 2 months, and then again after another year and 2 months, and then again after another year and 2 months as your career grows and grows.
Thank you so much for having me.
What a pleasure. That is Pulane Maphari right here with us on TMS. We're taking a short break. We'll be right back.
Mac Cafe. Great coffee, simple.